Yeah, yeah. I'll deal with not having AC. Oh damn! Speaking of first world problems, we are live, and guess what, people? We are going to continue the conversation that we kind of started to touch on Red's Rhetoric's channel earlier today, and that is First Amendment here in the U.S. And how much of a right is it really? And uh, well, what's interesting is the person that initially brought it up that was Alex Jones and his InfoWars being removed from YouTube. I do remember that. Yeah. It's close. Yeah, alright. Panel, hang on one second. I'm going to restart the broadcast on OBS. So let me go ahead and do this. That way people can know because why are you holy fuck? It's at 500 kilobytes per second on the stream and I have
Kilobytes?
nothing
That's a
fucking
lot.
running.
Kilobytes.
No.
Yeah, you mean kilobits.
Yeah. It's supposed to be at 15.
Huh?
I'm at 5. Fucking hell, I'll be right back.
Sorry, folks, I'm back.
Bo,
It's all right. Jared just stormed out because he's having tech issues right now.
I'm having dog issues.
Yeah, I heard that.
I've got
Yeah,
a hound dog that I literally found in the woods 2 weeks ago.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah, and he's being a dick.
Oh, someone's hearing it. Okay.
All right.
Bo.
Yeah.
The 22 that is being referred to is 2.2 long rifle, the rimfire stuff, rather than a
Rimfire. Is that-
223 centerfire.
Oh no.
Yeah. But-
22.
I assumed anyway.
22 long rifle.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah,
we
but-
got assured.
Or I don't want to say fired.
centerfire.
Rimfire. Yeah, centerfired and rimfired.
Yes.
For
Yes.
getting the
Yes.
primer going.
Huge
difference.
Holy fuck.
Huge difference. But Jared just said "holy fuck," so I don't know if he wants to take this.
Well, no,
Yeah. He
it's
doesn't like Obits right now.
no, because for some reason the outgoing bitrate is staying anywhere from 600 down to 100 instead of north of 1200.
I know
Call the
it'll
UN.
be 3, maybe 4 cable TV providers. And up until, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or something, there was only one. But today you can choose between, not the cable providers, but you can choose between your internet providers as you wish. But if
I'm
you're
kind of lucky
lucky
where
enough
I'm at. I have fiber optic, and it screams.
I hate you.
Yeah, see, that would
Yeah.
be my choice because we actually have Fios, the fiber through Verizon available,
Yeah,
and
that's Verizon Fios.
I've never had a connection issue with them.
Oh my god,
I tried-
it screams.
I tried to tell my roommate, go with them, you won't have an issue. Did he listen? Fuck no.
Well, here's the thing. They called me and said, did you know that you have our slowest plan? And I was like,
what?
no, because I download whatever I want whenever I want.
Well,
So,
I've only tried
Mic
fiber.
drop. I'm going to walk away. No, just kidding.
Do you get fiber all the way to the home, or do you just get it to the end of the
Oh,
street?
Oh, no. They ran the cables up the street.
It's an absolute rubbish copper wire from the cabinet to the home, and it won't actually be any quicker to get fiber than it is to stay on.
No, it comes
The
straight
full
to my
copper.
router. The trade-off.
That one, and that was in 2010, that was an 800 by 800 megabit connection.
My story about
that made
when
my
I tried.
jaw drop.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I talked over you.
No, it's all right. I can hear Jared being pissed off with us.
Oh yeah, he's pissed off. I was gonna
Because
tell
nothing
my,
is working. Like it just peaked at 730, but now it's back down to 130.
scream at it.
I do what I do when I back in the day when I was while being very tired, trying to load the truck with our equipment, and the equipment doesn't want to. Start screaming at it, threatening it with violence. That usually works.
I call it the excessive force rule. use excessive force and stuff happens.
If it
Oh
Hey,
no,
if it
no,
don't
I'm gonna reboot the entire system, my entire PC. So I will be back momentarily.
Oh, and Jared, just for good luck's sake, do the same with your internet modem.
Yeah,
Just for the hell of it.
that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole
Unplug,
thing. Yeah, okay.
replug.
Yeah.
So
Problem.
the basis of the problem, in my
Because the
opinion,
trade talked it up.
go.
Grr.
The trade
Oh.
talked it up. That's what they did. They said that there was going to be a shortage, and everybody panicked.
Right. The basis
Well,
of the problem was the rumor that there was a problem.
Okay, Alan, it sounds like you have the same problem in Britain. Is this a worldwide thing, or was this a worldwide thing?
A bit, and I happen to run the website for my local firearms dealer, so I'm effectively working in the trade. So
I
I
think
kind
it-
of knew what was going on.
I think it became international because, and correct me if I'm wrong, the preponderance of ammo probably comes out of the U.S.
And is also so a quick little one story I heard. The UK the European-wide official importer for Remington products. They got to go to a dinner in the States for doing $1 million worth of sales or purchases from Remington.
Hello,
It took them 11 years.
Ask a quick question to all of the anyone who's not in the U.S. If you're in a rural area at any given time, say for a 24-hour period, is it odd to hear firearm discharge?
In Denmark, absolutely.
Uh,
Unless you're in near an airport, where the wildlife, what do you call them? The guys
Right.
that
Right,
keep
right,
the
right,
forest
right.
clear, of course, and
Yeah.
of course in forests where hunting with firearms
right.
is legal.
All right, let's go ahead and give this a try, because it says the stream health is good on the YouTube side.
I concur.
I hear you well.
All right, let's see how this is working now. Fucking technical issues, I swear. I'm just going to ignore the frame rate over on OBS, and I will actually, for once, believe YouTube. So, audio. That's why I said for once. Because
Currently, my on my end, God damn it, my Chrome browser is auto throttling at 480p. That is buffering at the moment, which is not usual for these streams.
no, but on my end,
Usually
it
keeps up on
it was showing that the stream health is good on the YouTube side. That's why I said I'll believe that one this time until I have reason otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, what I said.
Well, I imagine, Jared, that you already have, your cell phone or something else on the side that you can just get the YouTube stream going and see what's going on there.
I shut off.
or-
No. I shut off everything except the wired connection to the router. So right now, the only thing in this house that is on the internet is my PC.
That'd be a good thing.
But if you get your Crapple phone,
Jared, by something that you live alone.
No. I have a roommate who is the one who picked the internet against my advice.
Oops.
And decided to add a couple heavy use items called security cameras that he decided to run 24/7. And it's like, you dumb motherfucker.
With no compression and no automatic bitrate compression, if any, in any case.
Yeah, just
Oh, wait.
threw in an extender.
Cameras for? Why does he need 24-hour security cameras?
What? Wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Not a Wi-Fi repeater,
Yes.
please. No.
Oh.
At least have it cabled.
No.
Oh, for fuck's
The
sake.
only thing wired to the internet in this place is my computer, my desktop. That's why I went into the router and shut off the Wi-Fi.
Well, is your roommate home?
No.
Home right now?
No, they go camping for the weekends.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Turn it
And
turn it back on and get your phone.
but
your phone on it.
here's the problem. We're still having a fucking bitrate issue.
Yeah, I can. And I can see that. It's good 1 second, then bad the next.
427,
perfectly honest-
438, 572, 634, 703.
Turn on eat
Dude.
mode.
Who do you have for internet?
Cox. I told him
I'm
to
so sorry.
I told him to go with Verizon. I told him to go with Fios. He refused.
How much more a month would that have been?
None.
None?
How much do you pay for your connection?
Wait a minute, none? How the hell would you have
No,
gotten out of
no.
Verizon?
He asked how much more it would be. The price for the 50/50 Fios, which I've had previously and had no issues streaming with, is the same price as the plan that he picked with Cox. I
And
think,
he's locked into it for 2 years.
yeah, that's why I'm going to be moving in a few months.
I'm so happy I don't have that problem. We don't have that problem in Denmark. Probably most of the EU. 2 years? Ha, fuck no. That shit ain't gonna happen in Europe.
The annoying bit is I called this out. I was like, with how many devices just you have, Cox is not going to be enough. Well, we never noticed an issue. Really? No. You guys just always had your mobile on backup. That way, when you had a shit connection inside the house, it defaulted over, and you never noticed it.
Automatic back, yeah, fold over,
Mm-hmm.
and never reaching the cap.
So how much? So what do you want? What do you want to bet you guys have got what about 15.5 over there?
Oh no, it's it's supposed to be 50/25.
That's never going to happen. You're going to get 15.5 at most.
No, I've already done speed tests just tonight. I was getting 35 download, but barely 2 upload.
Yeah, well, that would be part of your problem. You see, the thing is with cable, and this is the thing nobody quite gets. DSL has one advantage over DSL/Fios has one advantage over cable. Cable runs from a pool of bandwidth over across your neighborhood building / whatever, as opposed to DSL, which is dedicated bandwidth at all times.
Same thing with Fios, and that's why I told him go with the fiber or go with something else. Do not go with Cox. Do not go with coax, because everyone who's on it in this area has access to it. It's
And Squirrel, another thing, it also has to do with where it ends up, the signal. I mean, yes, you have that issue. You have a full speed with practically no latency to your nearest node, but what happens from that node outwards? That's probably a universal problem.
Here's the problem. I just did another speed test, and my ping going out to a server in Boston, so it's going through multiple nodes just to get there, is down at 10.
Yeah, and how far is that? Is that a couple 100 miles, or I'm not sure where you are?
Well, you're in Connecticut, aren't you?
No, I'm in Rhode Island. I'm in the middle of Rhode Island. So it's about, depending on where the server is in Boston, anywhere from 50 to 70 miles.
and you've got a ping time of a whole 10,
A whole 10.
which means the problem is going to be in the
It's the
outbound.
bandwidth.
It could be outbound links. Try and ping YouTube. Seriously.
Oh, YouTube's.
Try and ping YouTube itself.
Of course, you're streaming at the same time, but the ping time shouldn't be that much altered, I guess. If the upstream and downstream is stable, that is.
You know what? Let's ping a server in Ogdensburg, New York.
Let's not say we did. You want to try from the West Coast.
Unless you have the IP address to give me, I'm going with the furthest away server on the access list.
I'm back. My wife wanted a handbag because that's very, very important. She needed my credit card.
Yeah, but yeah, Squirrel. I just have a question. I can't keep my mouth shut anymore. I've noticed for a long time that every single time I hear you on a live stream, either here or at Sci-Strikes, your audio goes out every now and then, as if it's if you're not speaking loud enough and there's a noise gate or something. But
Actually, what it is
that does not happen on your own live streams.
Probably because of the way it's worked up. Usually, I get complaints like that every once in a while in other Hangouts that I go to, or excuse me, not go to. Anytime I've got to deal with Hangouts, I have the same damn problem, and it has more to do with cellular. I'm on a cell modem.
No, I know what it is. It's the NASA shill server has some bugs in it.
Yeah. But Croc, is it a LTE or 3G?
It's an LTE.
Okay.
But again, Sprint likes to do momentary throttling for things like Google Hangouts. So that could be our issue. But usually when I'm doing my own live streams, I'm doing direct communication to the server equipment. That's what happens.
Are we talking about this awesome net neutrality issue there?
Actually, believe it or not, it won't matter because cellular providers are exempt from that anyway.
Huh. That sounds like a loophole.
Cellular providers have every ability to throttle their network to throttle somebody's speed because they want to save their network.
Yeah, that's how they've dealt with data caps the entire time.
Yeah, that's why I could be in one neighborhood and have a great 4G signal and drive 3 blocks away and nothing.
And it goes to shit.
What is
Similarly,
this?
Similarly, the reason I'm on a cell modem is because I can't get anything else in this house.
Yeah.
I'm far enough out that Comcast won't service, and I'm about 80,000 feet of copper between me and the nearest CO for DSL. I'm not going to get anywhere. Nowhere.
I know I'm probably repeating myself here, but you don't have cable TV?
No.
Huh. Okay.
But I'll throw this out there. 2 years ago, my final deployment before I retired, I was in Stuttgart, and I had on my iPhone 3G the entire time. I never got 4G in Stuttgart.
Okay, can I add something here real quick?
Please.
I could have a cable in theory, but I'd have to give Comcast $100,000 to put in a new drop, and
No.
I'd be billed monthly.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
If I have to give them $100,000 just the privilege of being billed, no. That's not happening.
Only 100,000? Like, really?
So you're
$100,000
what you're
US.
saying is that you're not secretly Elon Musk.
No,
Okay.
Oh,
Elon
goodness.
could afford it. I can't.
Well,
So for
Squirrel-
everyone to
Squirrel?
see, this was the most recent run. And that's all the way across country.
Huh.
This is the issue.
I'm not seeing it. Sorry.
I'm presenting the screen, so you should be able to see it.
yeah.
Is everyone else?
We can't see your cursor.
Yeah, I'm seeing the YouTube
Oh.
information.
Yeah.
They're
We
looking
see,
for a
we
bit
see
rate.
you're manipulating the scroll bar, but we can't see what you're actually doing with your mouse.
Well, the issue is the upload speed.
I blame Glowbusters.
Okay, Squirrel. Of course, I don't know where you live exactly, and I don't think that they have coverage all over the country. But try looking at Exceed.com. There's probably also competitors to them, but
Been there,
that's a
T-shirts. They said, nope, we can't do it.
Actually, Squirrel, like, where are you geographically?
Auburn, Washington,
Oh,
but I'm
Yes.
out away. I'm actually out away from the city, so I'm screwed.
you're as far from me as you possibly could be, and still be in the same
Okay.
country.
I don't know about that. I could be a little further away.
Yeah. I was exaggerating.
No, I mean,
Well,
I'm just I'm a straight line
That's-
distance, probably about 50 miles away from Squirrel, in the opposite direction from you.
I'm 2,000, give or take.
Are you still in the lodge, or?
Oh no! Funny story, and I kind of want to tell this.
Please, Master Jared, check your Discord. I have delivered unto you an IP address. I'm not reading it out. I'm not going to read it out, however. Hang back.
Anyway, so I was in the lodge this past weekend, and so we made it back to Virginia, barely, because I forgot to figure out that there's a time zone change, and I had to drive from Pensacola to Jax to get the flight, and I realized it halfway through, and then pedal to the metal, and made it. And we're at the ticket counter checking our bag, and standard questions. Did you pack your own bag? Did
oh yeah.
all this and that? And they said, "Is there anything harmful in your bag?" And my 10-year-old says, "Well, I might have put a couple sticks of dynamite in there."
Oh, not a good idea.
Is that kid dead? Is he dead?
No. Luckily, it was an airline employee and not a TSA agent. And so,
they have no humor, and they shouldn't in this regard.
oh my God. So we had the talk. The two of us talked to him and said, "Don't do that."
Mhm.
But that's, several of you have talked to him before. He's been on here. That's what he does. He says whatever pops into his head. So, several sticks of dynamite in check luggage, no big deal. That's my kid.
My son, my 8-year-old, tends to do that too. And if he pulled a stuff like that, hell, I'd be going to prison. Not play that.
It was funny 15 minutes later.
Well, yeah, but still, that's not a. Don't do that.
Correct.
Something that's
what-
extremely annoying to me is that we can't when we go on flights and we have our kids or our nephews or whatever, we can't do what our parents allowed us to do.
Which is beat
Visit
the crap out.
cockpit during visit the be allowed to visit the cockpit during a flight.
Right, and I remember visiting the cockpit when I was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more.
No, I mean we managed to get one holiday outside of the country, or the one of the nearest countries anyway. We went to Malta. That was pretty awesome. But that was the one time I ever was allowed into a cockpit as a civilian anyway. Except for my days hang gliding, but that's a different story.
I love Malta.
It's freaking hot.
Uh,
Hot enough to literally, what do you call it? Shrink one side of my nose. Almost, it was pitted, almost like Michael Jackson's nose at some point.
when I
At one
say
point.
Malta's hot, I would be referring to the females, but
Yeah, I was not old enough for that. I don't even remember when it was. It was when did Sterling Airlines not call themselves Sterling Airlines anymore? I remember those bright red shopping-ish bags that they had for coloring books and whatnot for kids. That yellow, that bright red Sterling Airlines bag. I remember that one clearly.
I got nothing.
Uh,
So there's
they were a European charter airline.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, they were bought by another airline, but I don't know what's going on now. This is just
there's
weird.
an Eric on here.
Going on.
Who's Eric?
I'm Eric.
And is that a FC?
FT.
Oh, okay. FT.
FC is surface.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
It has
I
little lightning bolts coming down next to it.
my apologies. So just checking. Good to have you here.
Well, I mean, we still need more Army guys, but yeah. I'm sorry, but yes, also Air Force, but still. More.
Just
people
not US
coming.
Navy.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
and,
the Air
and,
Force
and
still-
part of the Space Force as well.
Oh, Space Force. Jesus Christ.
That's stupid. I still don't know what they would be supposed to do up there anyway. Well, not up there, but
Can I speak
on.
on behalf of all Americans? This
I think I know
fucking
what
guy's
you're-
embarrassing. He's fucking
Yeah.
embarrassing. Like, he does not represent. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in here? He does not represent us.
well, I know that all those let's just call them feminists. The more not the crazy feminists, but the let's call them average third or fourth wave feminists saying that he's not my president. Of course, they're stupid for saying this, but I understand the sentiment. He is a retard. I mean,
Bo-
he's intelligent, but ugh.
Bo, just so you know, don't feel bad about not knowing what the Space Force would do, because neither does
Yeah, he
anybody who
doesn't either.
proposed it. So
Yeah.
Correct.
But it sounds so cool, man. Like space, man. Damn it.
So I served at later part of my career. 2.5 years ago at JSOC, the pinnacle of the U.S. military. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, maybe this is just another lapse, just like the Kaufefe, which that he did. But
Oh.
I'm still absolutely convinced that he doesn't know what the fuck he said. He just had a brain fart and said Kaufefe by accident.
I
And,
spent
an
3
innocent
weeks.
accident. But he just came. Yeah, okay. Do I say? Oh no, I just made a boo. I mean, I just fucked up. Said something stupid for some reason. But no.
I spent 3 weeks sending text messages to whoever I was sending text messages to, and then I would put comma Kofefe.
How long did it take? That's my
Just
question.
to be an asshole.
Yeah, but how long did it take?
It took a bit, and I got a lot of pushback from a lot of my family that was like, "Oh, Trump is like whatever." No, he's not.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, the biggest problem from my viewpoint of your election there is basically the same that I had with my ex-girlfriend at the time. We're still good friends, and we were just shooting the shit as you do, and then for some reason it just came up, the American election, and apparently I said something that she didn't like.
Mhm.
I mean, I said, well, if I had to choose, well, it would probably be Trump. Oh boy, should I have said that or no? I should not have said that. She went ballistic. Yeah, so you support and blah 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 blah. No, I'm not saying that I support Trump at all. You have to choose. Well, not us, of course, but Americans have to choose either their favorite or the lesser of two or more evils.
That's true. And let me
Generally-
tell you, at
Generally,
breakfast,
Two evils, and the lesser of two evils was most decidedly selected.
right? And at breakfast this morning, she told me that she was still mad at you about that.
How the?
Oh yeah, it went off for a couple of days. Yeah. Although we didn't. It was a couple of years ago now, but of course, but we didn't see each other every single day. I mean, I am not social.
Oh no,
Put it that way. I mean,
we don't either.
But no, it's
That fell
I-
flat.
I-
I'll withdraw.
yeah, I can't remember. It was what, a week or something, and then she had calmed down sufficiently so that we could actually talk again.
If she was
mean,
on
she's
board
still
with
fine.
Trump, then I would question her cognitive skills.
Yeah, well, this was right around the time where this, I can't remember the situation exactly, but I remember on the news seeing, in the background there was a bus, one of those, the election road trip buses or whatever, and you heard an off-camera conversation between Trump and one of the journalists or something.
Oh, with the chick
That
with the grab her by the whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it came from, and I mean, my ex-girlfriend, she's not she is not a feminist by any means. I mean, she farts louder than I do. Let's just say that. But the problem is that she is quite gullible. It's usually the thing that the viewpoint she hears first, from some random situation. It's that viewpoint that she will believe, almost without question.
Here's my only question: is she hot?
Not photo model hot, but then again, I'm not interested in that kind of thing. Oh, I wouldn't mind, but I'm more of a brains. Yeah. I mean,
Can
brains
she
turn
do
me-
a Lorenz transformation?
But let me just say this: I'm a boob man, and yeah, she has boobs.
Oh, well, if she could bring it, then
She has back problems because of her breasts.
well, she can lie down. Like her back isn't even in the equation.
But no, I mean, she oh yeah, and by the way, she's also religious. Ridiculously.
Well, then you can trick her
religious.
easily.
Yeah, probably not. She knows me too well. We know each other so much that we practically, and in any given situation, almost, we can. It's